Last Day on Earth has already started advertising for Season 9, and I've been thinking a lot lately about false advertising. So in this video, I'm going to talk about both of those things. Hey guys, so I had 2 videos for this week, but I can't post either of them yet. And lately I've been thinking a lot about false advertising, so I thought I'd talk about that for this Friday video, and then I'll post those videos that I've been working on next week. For those of you who don't know, my wife and I recently got sponsored to do 4 commercials for Rise of Kingdoms. These commercials were fun to make, and I think we did a great job, but they don't accurately portray Rise of Kingdoms. So before I signed that contract, I had to do a lot of soul searching on whether or not I agree with false advertising. Last Day on Earth, which is the game that I've covered mostly on this channel, has done lots of different false advertising from time to time, and I don't like it as a player, but I've never really been able to say, oh no, that's definitely wrong, they shouldn't do that. I've always been kind of ambivalent, and so when this company, Rise of Kingdoms, offers to pay me to do some false advertisements, I had to ask myself, okay, how do I actually feel about false advertising? You can see here where Last Day on Earth advertised a sniper rifle, or just things that aren't really in the game, but it intrigues you enough to maybe get into there to kind of see what the game actually has. And as I was thinking about it and kind of breaking it apart, I realized that I don't mind false advertising as long as it gets me to enjoy the game. And if I'm really enjoying the game, if it gets me to try the game, but then I really enjoy the product, and even if I don't necessarily enjoy the game, if I can see value in the game, then I'm usually okay with it. That being said, I don't really like it when Last Day on Earth posts something like, a second story or anything that might target someone who's already played the game that might come back to, see those new things, which I'm not sure if that's what they were doing, but if it was, I don't like that because they might be like, oh, I played that game, oh look, it's so much more advanced, and then it's not. But if it's a false advertisement like this dog hits level 99, that doesn't bother me because anyone who's actually played the game knows that that is not how the game is played. And those that don't know anything about Last Day on Earth, I think should check it out and should experience it. So that doesn't really bother me. So ultimately I decided that false advertising wasn't wrong, but it might create some hurt feelings, which is bad business, because if I get sucked into an advertisement and the game does not properly represent or isn't even fun at all, then I'm going to take that company, whatever that company is that advertised to me, and write them off as a bad game company, and I'm never going to try any more of their games. So I think it's bad business, but I don't think it's necessarily wrong. So my wife and I went ahead and took the gig. We tried to make it as obvious as possible that we've never actually played this game and we don't really know a whole lot about it. We just had a lot of fun with the videos that they gave to us, and we hope that by people enjoying those commercials, they will try the game. I want the company to succeed, and I hear from some of you guys that it is a good game. I've never played it, so I don't know, but I don't think it's probably going to be the type of game that I would want to play, but a lot of you think it's a good game, so I think that's great. But as we get into Season 9, some of you might be asking, well, what is false advertising and what is actually going to be in Season 9? You could probably guess from Season 3 that the sniper rifle was not going to actually be in the game pretty much from the beginning, and sure enough, it wasn't. The ghillie suit was, and that was the catch with the advertising, as they were advertising the new ghillie suit, but there's not actually anything that would remotely imply sniping or anything like that in Last Day on Earth. So what in Season 9 might look like it's going to happen, but then not actually happen? What are they actually advertising? So we can see from early on in their advertising that this season is going to be about Sector 7. We knew that really early on, and the devs have confirmed it since then. Some of you guys have seen my community post where I already predicted that this update was going to be Sector 7, that there's going to be new workbenches, which they've confirmed now that it is Sector 7. So it looks like there's going to be a bunch of new workbenches, some of which are not actually in the original game, which is really exciting that they would add something in Sector 7 that isn't in the original game. That would be a very groundbreaking type of update, because normally they're just kind of porting things over. So if they're adding something new, something that is not seen in the original game, that would be really exciting for Sector 7. Maybe they have some big plans for Sector 7, but usually when they show artwork like this, it's not false advertising. There is going to be an actual workbench that looks like that. And then we get into videos like this where Kafir is doing a Season 9 trailer, which looks like it's going to make you travel through the metro station to all these different places. I don't think that's true. Maybe that will be in there somewhere, but usually when Last Day on Earth does does advertisements, they're usually mix and matching things. And so it doesn't really make sense. I mean, that doesn't look like a place that a metro station would travel to. So it might be, I don't know, but it looks more like, they don't look connected, but it makes sense that it would make you travel. And that looks like some kind of map in which you travel. So maybe they're connected, but they're not necessarily connected based on the way that Last Day on Earth has advertised in the past. And then of course their last advertisement with this motorcycle, I have no doubt that that motorcycle is going to actually show up in the update. There's no reason that they would ever, those type of advertisements are always true. It's a skin. They already did the work of making the skin. Of course, they're going to just advertise it. So we get excited about it and then we're ready to either buy it or grind for it when that update comes out. So ultimately, if we look at past updates, Last Day on Earth does not have a habit of advertising falsely for a season. They might do some false advertisements of their game. They may mix and match some things that may look a little bit different than what we were expecting or than what we knew, but usually it's pretty easy to anticipate, and ultimately what they advertise for that season usually shows up in that season. Well, that's it guys. Hope that was interesting. I am about to hit 100,000 subscribers. In fact, as I was looking at the analytics that YouTube gives me, if everyone that watches this video that is not subscribed hits the subscribe button, I will hit 100,000 tomorrow. That is how many people that are not subscribed to my channel watch this channel. There are so many people. In fact, it's crazy that I have 98,000 people that are subscribed to this channel, but only 2,000 of them are actually watching the video. And then I have 6,000 people that are watching this channel, but are not actually subscribed. It's like, I'd rather you watch the videos and not be subscribed than the person who's subscribed and not watch the videos, but it just seems backward to me. That being said, if you don't want to subscribe, don't worry about it. But if you want to help me get to 100,000, I am so close and I would love it if you consider subscribing. All right, guys, see you next time.